Hey guys, welcome back to another review for One Piece chapter 1141. Now, man, Oda is aura farming with Loki. The ending, I'm gonna spoil it immediately. We go straight to the ending right now. My man's standing up, towering over. Oh man, we'll cut to that later, but man, that scene with Loki is so awesome. I can't wait. There's no break next chapter, no break next week. I'm so excited. So we'll get to that and everything entailing to that at the end. Man, I am so excited to see what Loki can do. And he has a hammer, which I didn't even know. Well, I know he had a weapon in the back. I just couldn't tell if it was an axe or a hammer. But anyway, let's continue with the start of the chapter. Let's go through the chapter. Please, guys, let me know if there's something good to increase, improve with the audio, lights, colors, quality. Let me know. Leave a comment. I appreciate everything. Thank you so much. Now, let's jump through the chapter with Nami. She's so mad that she couldn't get any sort of treasure leaving the castle. There was nothing to collect. And we have them going to take them to, we see later they take the guards to Gerd, because she's a medic in Hydruden's crew. And I love this little stroll we have with Ripley and Frankie just going through, like pointing out what happened over there. Why does it look like this part was cut down? We're exploring a treasure tree atom, and it's so awesome. It's so many good things happening, so many little things that are moving the plot point forward, and we learn more about Elbaf. And here we have a big, not, it's a giant tree, right? I think a lot of people could have assumed like, hey, what's a tree weak against? What's wood weak against? Even though it's treasure tree atom, the old parts of the tree that are rotten, dead wood is actually very good it's very good at starting fires. Hollow wood is great at starting fires, and we can see that this part of the tree is hollowed out. It was an old part of the tree, got struck with lightning. So who would have known that a giant tree's weakness is lightning and fire? So that's bold on the conversation with Frankie and Ripley. And it would be awesome if we see what happens. Maybe that's what happened, that part that got cut out and fell down, maybe that is sold off in the black market, etc. Like whatever's still left that was good, it gets sold into for other people, and to make ships out of Adam's wood. So we go on to, oh my god, we see Usopp, and this is the drunkest I feel we've seen Usopp, and he is out. He's so loud, bodacious. Like what the word is just so outgoing. And he is talking to Ja Rule, and he's telling him, oh, he finds Nami, and he's talking to Nami because she goes back to the party to talk to everybody, and to not make them question where she is, where's Zoro, Luffy, and she's like, oh, they're probably just exploring, whatever. And Usopp brings Nami over and says, is she your type? And this is the title of the chapter, Older Women. And he says that he is only interested into older women, which Usopp, first of all, cracks up and he jumps up. First, Ja Rule is giant. He's almost, I think, twice the size of Brogy, and he jumps up and he slaps the sword on his head, which, first of all, okay, so it looks like it's actually very painful. I thought it was maybe even, there's theories it's a fake sword. It's Ja Rule, it's a herald sword. It was impaled. He doesn't have his memories intact because of this. Anyway, looks like it hurts, and they freak out because Ja Rule it's like 400 years old. You don't move like you used to, and you don't heal like you used to when you're younger. When you're older, my bad. Like you were when you were younger. So first of all, that feat from Usopp, you jumped up so high in the air, and they freaked out, holding Usopp, telling him you can't take it out or he's gonna lose his blood. So that's awesome. We have Jinbei. The interaction with Jinbei still feels great. Is new. I love the old wisdom I feel that Jinbei presents and brings to the crew. And we have Sanji questioning, like this is like his observation, not observation hockey, but he's questioning why something's off. Gerd's not here. Zoro, Luffy, there's something off. Which later we see he jumps on to find them as well. He gets to find them. He finds Gerd, I guess, at the nick of time when she starts moving and talking to Hajuden. Which they find Gerd. Luffy, Zoro, not yeah, Luffy, Zoro, and crew finds Gerd. They leave them, or maybe Road takes them to Gerd, and they're left healing. And Gerd knows something's up. Something's off. What's up? Why are you sweating bullets? Why is this? Who did this? First of all, these guards are no joke. Who did this? What's going on? Immediately finds out and beats up Road to tell her what's going on, what's happening, which later goes into Hajuden is going, the whole crew, Hajuden's whole crew ends up going to where Loki is. So the best interactions, the best part of the chapter, the highlight of the chapter is Zoro and Luffy interacting and even bickering a little bit on whether to free Loki. First of all, Zoro's like, hey, hold up. He's wounded like crazy. He is bleeding a lot. Let's think about this. We gotta really consider. I can't talk to him. I can't like determine anymore. Is he faking? He goes up and he kicks Loki, and Loki yells in pain. So he's like, okay, he's not faking. It's real. This is he touches it. This is real blood right here. He's not faking. That's for sure. And I'm like, dude, that's so intense. But I love Zoro's interaction, and Zoro's very cautious here, even though he's ready to fight. He's itching for a fight. He's ready to back up his captain. He's like, hold up, hold up, hold up. He like pulls back Luffy, like, hold up. We need to determine, is this smart? Should we do this? Or he's presenting the options almost like Usopp was at the same exact time. Like, it's great. It's awesome that he just made fun of Usopp, not Usopp. My God, I said Usopp. Yasan. He's made fun of Yasan, which is Scopper Gaban basically reeled back Luffy, and he's making fun of Yasan here in this case. That you're worried too much, you're yapping too much, you're talking too much. I'm going. We're going. Whatever. Let's get out of here. And he is doing the exact same thing. He's pulling Luffy back, and he says, "Okay, look here. If we release him, we're probably gonna be banished." And Luffy's like, we'll be banished then. It's basically the same interaction, dude. It's awesome. I love it because he does think about it. He's like, hey, like he's probably very dangerous. Why is he bleeding? He will be banished with his reputation. He might be evil. He might be cunning. We don't know. And Luffy, and then Zoro was like, all right. Well, first of all, Luffy's already going to unlock the key. He's like, it'll be fine. He's going to turn the key, and he's like, give me a little hand here. And he's like weakening and falling off the lock of the key because it's sea stone. And so it's like, those are sea stone cuffs. All right, let's keep one around his leg just in case, because I'll go do it. But let's put one around his leg so he's good to move around. But let's wait, because at least let's hinder his ability. Because remember, sea stone cuffs weaken them a little bit anyway, so he won't be full strength. I'm pretty sure Luffy can use armament. Luffy's able to use armament hockey, but not able to use his devil fruit ability when he had it on, I believe, when he was in Wano. So he's strong, but he's still weakened because of the sea stone cuffs when he had it. So in this case, Loki's strong, so if he does an insane feat while he still has sea stone cuffs, that's going to be impressive because he is technically weakened at the same time. So Zoro's moving on with the key, and we have the Hajuden's crew, and Hajuden's yelling like, no, don't release Loki. Don't release him at all. Please, I beg. And he's like, we're gonna crash. So they're gonna hit. They're basically almost, they're not gonna die. I don't think they wouldn't die, but they're gonna take a huge hit because he is determined to get there in time to stop Luffy from releasing Loki, and Luffy saves them. But when I saw that, and my first reaction is he saves them and he pushes them away, so they're flying back. And I thought he pushed them and he sent them flying away, like, we'll take care of them later because I don't want to deal with it. But Looks like it wasn't. Looks like that wasn't the case. They still fall. They take damage, but they don't take nearly enough. I was going straight into the ground. But he is begging Luffy, please don't release Loki. And this is the first time we hear Hydruden talk about Loki in this way. He's cunning. He is sorry, let me see what Hydruden says, because he is he betrays others. He's without a second thought. He lies. He's a fiend. So we're getting straight talks from Hydruden. Even though they were both young, he grew up with Loki. He is saying all these things about him. And while there we see, and Loki is in the background. First of all, Zoro says, that dude is as big as oars. That dude is huge. So we know he's bigger than other giants. But when we see, I mean, of course, now when he said that, now we get a sense of size of how big Loki actually is. Loki is in the background. Gerd is standing up, and Hajuden is a little bigger than Gerd. He is kneeling down to talk to to Luffy, and Loki in the background, only upper torso, is bigger than Gerd already. And Zoro says, "You're a little late." And Loki is standing up, towering over them, aura farming, just looking down and smiling, and he's gonna grab his weapon, which we hear now from Hydruden is called Ragnir. So it looks like it's a black hammer. Is it not a graded, but is it like a material, special material? Is it a similar weapon to, I don't know, because here you're thinking Norse god, Norse mythology, Thor, hammer, lightning. Lightning's a weakness to Elbaf. So many things. Does he have a lightning-based devil fruit? Is he a lightning god? He's grabbing his hammer, and it's bigger than Thor's hammer, which is a smaller hilt with a giant block on it. No, it looks like it's a lot larger hilt of a hammer. And I wonder why it's named. It's named Ragnir, and he's worried. Why does he have his hammer on him? He's tied to the tree. Why? Why does he have a hammer? Why did you leave it on him? Is it too big? Can you not move it? There's so many questions. So many questions. Why does he have a hammer? Why does he have it on him? He's tied. Why? Anyway, so he's smiling, and I'm so excited to see what he's able to do, because we have Sanji on Hydruden. He is there. The monster trio are together in front of Loki, and I wonder what is gonna happen. Like, what is the first thing that's gonna happen? Is he gonna fight Zoro? Like, Zoro kicked him. I'm pissed. You hit me. I'm mad. I'm gonna hit you back. And I wonder if he's gonna go swinging for Zoro, and Zoro just, is able to calm, maybe not like calm, but like sweat deflect it a little bit, or like parry it. That's what I feel is gonna happen. He's gonna just swing and test strength. Like, am I stronger here? And he's gonna swing at Zoro. He's gonna swing at Luffy, and it's gonna be like, nah, you're not that guy, pal. you're not that guy. And he's like, okay, actually, I'm not stronger than them right now. And maybe he's gonna say, I'm tied to the sea stone. I tried my strength. I am definitely not stronger than them right now without the sea stone. I'm gonna just befriend them and chill. Maybe we don't get that inner dialogue, but maybe it's in the future that we do get that revelation, or maybe we get that inner dialogue next chapter. Something. Maybe, I don't think we get inner dialogue for people that aren't part of the crew. So we just see that he'll just test strength, and then be like, okay, I'm good. I'm good. I saw the red-haired guy. I'll tell you about him. That guy that looks like Shanks. Maybe that's what he's gonna say. We'll get some things cleared up. I don't know. That's what I feel would happen. Let me see if there's anything else in the chapter. But that is the end of the chapter. We are left with Luffy being barely the size of the front of his shoe, at least from the distance he's at. And Loki looks enormous. He is huge. So I want to see what the other giants look in because Oda is always, unless he puts them right next to each other in a size comparison, there's almost no way to tell with manga paneling because Oda's always going to get it a little different every time. Like, he'll be changing heights all the time. So we don't know exactly how large Loki is compared to the other giants. Even though right now I just said his torso is as big as Gerd standing up, so he is basically 2.5 times his size, 2.5 times Gerd's size. We can't tell. We really can't tell. So I'm gonna say he is nearly 2 times their size, as big for Hydruden size. So we'll see. Maybe it's just like a 1.5 times larger. I'm not sure until we get a comparison of him, of looking up at Loki, and we get a decent comparison there. But yeah, other than that, let me just go over anything that I might have missed. Because it is a nice chapter, just walking through, well, doing everything to get here. Luffy's talking about the no meat. It's funny because Luffy's like, oh, you must need meat to recover, because he eats meat and he just recovers like almost all his strength, and he heals. That's his like Yonko gimmick. He needs food to keep going. He needs food to keep powering up, healing, and keep fighting, because it reminds me that every Yonko kind of has a gimmick, and that's Luffy's. He just kind of has to keep eating and refueling. If not, he's going to tire out during a fight. Almost the same as Big Mom, but Big Mom goes into a frenzy. And Kaido gets drunk in the middle of his fighting. And Shanks doesn't look like he has a gimmick until unless maybe he does have one. So we'll have to see. And Whitebeard was the most like well balanced out of all of them, I'd have to say. So I'm just thinking, just quickly going through the rest of the chapter. Yeah, it's funny. I really enjoyed the bickering between it's not even bickering. Well, yeah, it would be bickering, but it's like it never disrespect, never tension or anything like that. Zoro simply explaining what could happen, what's gonna happen at this rate with what they're about to do, and the consequences. And of course, Luffy says, "All good. No worries, we'll just be banished. No biggie. No repercussions. It's all good." So that's that chapter. For next chapter, I'm assuming, like I said, Loki starts swinging. He's like, I'm free. I'm finally able to stretch, crack my back, swing a weapon. So excited to see what happens. And Oda has been on a epic run, man. Epic. No break next week. So guys, that's it for me. Please leave me a like, comment, and subscribe. I would appreciate it greatly. And I will see you here for the next one. See you guys.